When life gets real, the mic stays warm. Hosted by the dad with lots of charm. Insights are sharp and data's tight. Lance already and the joke's online. Hot takes, real talk, keeping it true. From high school halls to podcast cues, live a little, learn a lot. Turn it up, this show is hot. Grab your coffee and let's get into it. No filter, no fluff, just real talk. Let's do it. Ready or not, here we go. It's time for Muffman to start the show.
What is up, everybody? How we doing today? How you doing today, Connor?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We're having our new studio here. What do y'all think about our new studio? You find it interesting? Because I do. I really like the way this all looks. We're still working on it, still getting some bugs worked out, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely going to be happening here. Right, Connor?
Yep.
All right. So apparently the camera needs to be more towards me. We'll fix that on the break right now. Okay. And so today we're going to be talking about relationships in college. Now, Connor, what have I told you about relationships in college?
I don't know. Don't do it.
Why not?
Because it's relationships and you need to focus on school.
Well, that's one reason. That's not the only reason.
Well, I don't know the other reasons.
You know the other reasons?
No.
I'll tell you what the other reasons are as we talk about this. You'll find out. So, are you ready to ignite the fuse, Connor, and start today's show?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. So let me scroll down to it. Hold on. So let me scroll. Wow. Technical difficulties as always. I can't catch a break, can I, Connor?
Nope.
All right. So hold on.
What do you mean it's not letting you scroll?
I can't get to the media assets. See what I mean?
What are you doing? Why are you holding it? Just scroll with the...
Let me refresh this. You're in StreamYard, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry about that.
You just want me to do it?
No.
Ask the hard questions now. Today's question is related to our main. Love should lift, not drain. Welcome to Hot Takes with the Murph Man. Today, we are talking about navigating relationships in college, balancing love, friendship, and your goals. We're also talking about the messy and magical world of college relationships. This episode helps students stay grounded as they navigate connection and commitment. The goal is to build relationships that support your growth, not distract from it. The fuse is lit. Murph Man, take the mic.
All right. Sorry about that. Hold on. I got to fix this. I don't know how it moves. I'm sorry about that. All right. We'll get this figured out soon, right? One more.
Yeah.
That's not moving.
You know, you just took me out the picture.
All right. Sorry. We bumped something and it moved something, and I don't know what happened. Well, this is our new studio. We're getting everything fixed here. All right. Talking about college relationships today, you guys. What do you think? What do you think? Is that something we need to be working on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should you have them or not have them? What do you think?
I mean, you could have them. It's not bad to have them.
Oh. All right. There we go. All right. I think we're all set. What do you think, Connor? So
yeah.
Let's just get started with the burning question and get started from there. Here's today's burning question.
Ask the hard questions now. Today's question is related to our main topic of balancing relationships and goals in college. Here is today's burning question. What are the limits that you set to protect your mental and emotional well-being in your relationships called? Is it A, attachment styles, B, goal alignment, or C, emotional boundaries? This is a tough one, Murph man. I wonder how many will get this right.
Well, I don't know how many are going to get this right, but I'll tell you what, we got the police here. They're going to arrest us for messing up this show.
Okay.
All right, back to the studio. There we go. All right. Yeah, I know it's a little bright.
You think?
It's too early for that, right?
Yeah, a little too early.
So, there's nothing wrong with being a little too early, Connor. But I'll tell you what, the burning question for today is here. What are the limits that you set to protect your mental and emotional well-being in your relationship? Is it called attachment styles, goal alignment, or emotional boundaries?
I'm going to say the emotional boundaries.
I would agree with that. Emotional boundaries are there to protect you and your well-being because you need to have the boundaries set up. That's the bottom line. You need to have those boundaries set up because if you don't have those boundaries, those lines, you're not going to do really well. All right. And you want to make sure your relationship support is growth and is growing, I should say, and not draining your energy. Because if a relationship is draining your energy, making it bad, you're going to have a hard time.
I agree with that.
And what ends up happening is we get drained and we're not happy in the relationships or anything. Right. And have you ever set boundaries like that, emotional boundaries, where you say, this is not something I want to do?
No, because I never had that much issues.
No. Okay.
I don't really get emotional that much.
No, it's not about being emotional. It's just protecting yourself emotionally.
That's what I mean.
So I'll tell you what, let's talk about today's hot take real quick. Here we go. Today's hot take.
Nobody is going to tell you this, but you need boundaries. Today's hot take is, if a relationship, romantic or platonic, costs you your peace, your purpose, or your GPA, it's too expensive. The goal is to build relationships that support your growth, not distract from it. Murph man, it's your turn to fan the flames.
All right, you guys. If a relationship is romantic or platonic, you want to make sure you have everything you have. You don't want it to affect your GPA or anything. That's important. Okay. So keep that in mind when we talk about this. when you think about relationships, you think about someone that's going to be there with you through all the tough times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And someone's going to be there with you all the time. And what ends up happening is you spend a lot of time together. You know, you go on dates, you go places, you do things, and it's hard to keep a relationship with someone if they're not doing their part and they're really pulling on you. And how many times have you heard someone say, well, my boyfriend says I'm not spending enough time with him or her, right?
I've heard that a while. Yeah.
You know, is that fair to you and to them if you're in a relationship and that's all it is? No, right?
Mm-mm.
So we got to be very careful about what we do and understand that as a relationship, it is something that can be beneficial if both of you are involved in it. Okay, because it can't just be one way. You know some of the girls I've dated. Okay,
Mhm.
I think you know your mom.
Yes,
Right.
I would hope so.
Great relationship with her. You know, I've had good relationships, but this last one I was in, I honestly don't know why I stayed in the relationship. Do you?
I don't know.
I don't know,
I told
right?
you to leave like 3 times.
Yeah, I should have left after 2 months, and then after
But
Christmas, and
How long did it last?
a year and 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, I should have left after 2 months.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta know to cut your losses, right? Like you gotta know to hold them. Like Kenny Rogers says, you know, you gotta know how to fold them. It's, you know, when I talk about this stuff, guys, it's not about me giving you my ultimate advice. It's not about that. It's about you hearing my story and understanding that things have changed. I've learned from it. In this last relationship that I was in, I'm not going to sit here and say it was all bad, but we never really got to see each other. So that's what the problem was. She lived across the border, and for me to go over there is a pain. I didn't like it so much, and the wait times is just amazing, you guys. It's so difficult, you know, to cross over. If you don't know anything about a border city, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But when you're sitting there and in a relationship, and you ask yourself, what am I getting out of this relationship? Is it helping me or is it hurting me? That's a big deal, right? Is it helping me or hurting me? So think about that anytime you have to deal with relationships. And if there's anything that needs to be said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you need to say it. You can't just ignore people. You got to be able to say what you're feeling. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about that in a lot more detail.
Yeah.
So we will be back after the break.
It's time for a break. Hot Takes with the Murph Man will return after these messages.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at MB Radio.
According to the VA's suicide data report, an average of 22 veterans die by suicide every single day. This figure is a sobering reality and a crisis that demands our immediate attention and compassion. We must recognize and address the fact that every 24 hours, 22 veterans are losing their lives to suicide. The war doesn't always end when our veterans come home. The invisible wounds they carry, wounds that are real and heavy, require continuous support. No veteran should have to carry this burden alone. Many veterans experience stress and disconnection as they navigate life after service. But there is hope, there is help, and you are not alone in this fight. There's a vibrant community ready to support you, offering friendship, understanding, and shared experiences. You served your country, now let us serve you. Don't fight the toughest battle in silence. Your mission now is to reach out. Dial 988, then press 1. Text them at 838255. The Veterans Crisis Line is available 24/7. Every day, we save lives. Your life is invaluable, and your service is honored. Let's work together to make 22-0 again. No veteran should face their struggles alone. Together, we can ensure every veteran finds the support and hope they deserve.
help, but he still feels off. Sees an ad on the TV about a dog batting said, this is a man's best friend. Whoa, so he goes one day and he picks it up. Never thought a dog could bring so much love and put a smile on his face. But he's finally found a saving grace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again.
All right, you guys, I got to tell you, if you were here for the break and you heard the song, those of you who are on TikTok didn't get to hear it, there's a song by Ryan Spencer called Make 22-0 Again. It's about veterans who are in need of help, and they're trying to get things done so they can get some help. Okay, and what's really important about that is call 988, press 1, and you can get help. That's the bottom line, right? Our show is sponsored by Die Tired. It's a band that actually supports mental health wellness, and it's really interesting because we have a few songs from them. So you guys, on the next break, you'll hear some of their songs, and I hope you enjoy them as much as we do. But I say it's time to lay down the coals. What about you, Connor?
Sounds great.
Let's find out what are the terms we need to talk about during today's episode.
3 things you must know first about boundaries. Before we dig in, let's clarify some of the key terms we'll be using today while laying down the coals. Emotional boundaries. These are the limits you set to protect your mental and emotional well-being. Attachment styles. These are patterns of how we relate to others based on past experiences, such as secure, anxious, or avoidant. Understanding yours can be a game changer. Goal alignment. This is making sure your relationships support, rather than sabotage, your academic and personal goals. Now that the coals are laid, Murph Man, let's discuss the foundation.
Foundation of relationships. All right. You have the emotional boundaries, which we've talked about, are the limits you set to protect yourself and your well-being. You have attachment styles, the patterns of how we relate to others based on our past experiences. Okay. Such as, are we secure? Are we anxious in the relationship? Are we avoidant? Okay. Understanding those 3 kind of things we're going to talk about in more detail is going to help you with relationships. And also having the goals that you need, aligning with your partner are also very important rather than them sabotaging you. I'll give you an example of that. I'll talk about this a little in more detail again, but if you're going to college and you're a freshman, you meet someone, you fall in love, and you're together until you're seniors, and then she gets a job in New York and you get a job in LA. Do you just break up and say it's over? Or do one of you make the decision to say, oh, maybe I don't take the job in LA. I'll move with you to New York and find a job there. Is that fair to you?
No.
Okay. It's not that it's wrong. I want to make that very clear. It's not wrong to do that. But you need to do it for the right reasons. That's the most important part, for the right reasons. If you have it, a conversation, and you talk about it, you can say, what part of the country do you want to move to? And then both of you look for a job there. As opposed to, I'm applying all over to see where I can get my first job. Right? So by doing that, you'll definitely make better decisions there. I promise you that. Okay? Now, what I think is also interesting is when we talk about these terms, we talk about the, what's it called? The relationship styles. or attachment styles, I should say. When you have that, you realize there's so much going on in relationships. You don't really think about it. Okay. The anxiousness, the tiredness, all that there is just one of those things that people don't really go into a lot of detail with because it doesn't help you. Okay, because you don't think about relationship styles. Well, you've heard of love language? That's relationship styles, isn't it?
No, not really.
Well, if I like to buy stuff and show you that's how I love you,
that's love language.
That's love language. But the reason I'm doing it, is it because I'm anxious you're going to break up with me? Is it because I truly love you and I want the best for you? Right? There's so much here, you guys. But I'll tell you what, one of the best ways you can do this is by listening to a story from the fire.
If you've ever struggled with this, listen up. Avery starts dating someone during their first semester at college. It's exciting at first, but soon they're skipping study sessions to hang out and feeling constantly drained. After a tough but necessary conversation, they agree to set boundaries around study time versus social time. The relationship actually improves, and so do Avery's grades. That was a story from the fire. Murph Man, are you feeling the heat?
I am feeling it, because I'll tell you what, a relationship is, for me, is so important that it's hard to be alone. You're young, you never had a partner that you had to do things with, right? But they disappear one day, and then what ends up happening? Right? You're by yourself, like I am. And when I date, I'm not looking to get married or anything. I'm looking to have fun, have someone to hang around with, but not so serious, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about Avery, all right, yeah, you start dating someone that's exciting at first, then you start skipping study sessions to go hang out with that person, or you're hanging out at the union and they're like, don't go to class, stay here, I want to talk, whatever. Has that happened?
No.
No? Okay.
Not to me.
No, but I'm saying, but like, you never been with friends at the union and been like, oh, I'm going to stick around a little longer. I can be a little late to class.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And what do your teachers say when you get there late? They just let you walk in? They don't care?
Yeah. Most of them just let me walk in.
All right. Well, if that's happening consistently, repeatedly, you need to sit there and talk to your friend and set those rules, those boundaries, because you never know what you're going to need. Right? As the relationships improve, so will your scores, so will everything else that you're involved in. Because what ends up happening is you're able to express your emotions and come to an agreement. And I think that's very important when you have relationships, But I want to talk about this story and about our attachment styles here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have avoidant. Avoidant is the first one that we talk about, and it values independence and minimizes intimacy. It's off of John Bowlby's, Bowlby. That's how you say it, right? Bowlby, 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 or Bowlby.
Bowli.
Like bowling, but Bowlby.
Yeah.
John Bowlby's attachment theory puts out that this need for connections is biological drive, not a weakness. So if you feel that you have to be with someone, don't let that be a bad thing. It's okay to want to be with somebody. Okay. It's okay to want to be with somebody. And then practical application, it helps readers identify their own style and their partners, offering strategies to navigate relationships and dynamics. So if you read the book from John Boyle, The Attachment Theory, it really talks about all this stuff. And it talks about empowering change. Back in the 2000s, there was a term called empower people, right? Give them power, take the power for yourself. Don't let people control you, blah, blah, blah. That's all great, but it's just those buzzwords, because that's what like the hooks on social media. Everyone listens to certain hooks, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not the best that can happen, right? Yeah. But it is something that you definitely need to think about, because when you're sitting here, and you're planning your relationship and your life and everything, ask yourself, is this an equal relationship? And if it's not, what happens? Do you need to stay in it or get out?
That's, I don't know. I want to be in a relationship, but I would say I would have to get out.
It's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
You know, I had this one girl I was dating, and for those of you who've watched the show, I've had a lot of setbacks in my life, and one in particular really affected me to where I went down to rock bottom, right? We lost everything. We had to start all over. And I was struggling, really, really struggling. And I had this girlfriend. She was very supportive and very nice to me and everything. I got the new job and I was so excited. But over the holidays, which happened to like right now, we spent a lot of time together. And she tells me, I need more from you. I'm like, I just spent the whole vacation with you. And I said, if that's not enough, that's all you can get. That's all I can give right now. And she didn't like it. You know, and I said, okay, peace out. You know, I liked her and everything. Again, I'm not looking to get married, but I'm not going to let people control me like that. You want to do more? I literally spent 2 weeks with you. And you're saying that wasn't enough? What more do you want? You want to move in together? That's not going to happen. Right?
Nope.
So it's one of those things that ask yourself, are you going to stay in that relationship, or are you going to empower yourself and step away from the relationship, even though you know you need the relationship? Right?
Well, what do you mean, even though you need the relationship?
Well, we all need somebody.
No.
Okay, let's talk about, okay, I know you're taking psychology. Do you remember Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Okay, the first need is the physical needs, physiological needs. You need food, clothing, water, shelter. You need that to survive, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the safety needs, where you're safe and secure, meaning that those food items, the water, your place to stay, your clothes, that's stabilized, right? You're not in danger every day. And then once that happens, then you can start belonging to people. Okay. You start having friends, family, girlfriends, everything. And then after all that, you have what they call the esteem needs, where you look back on your life and you ask yourself, have I done everything I want? Is this where my life should be? You look back and you tell yourself, yeah, usually this is where I should be. With the setbacks I've had, I am where I need to be. And right now I'm doing great. Okay. Then you have self-actualization, where you don't have any more needs or anything. And then self-transcendence, where you go above that and it's just altruistic and you can actually start giving back to everybody and everything. But I want you to think about how this all started. Like, think of a caveman back in the day. All right. I love your reaction. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, let's pretend you're a caveman living in the cave.
Yeah.
What's happening to you? You don't have a refrigerator to hold food, right?
No.
You got to go kill your food to eat. You don't kill something,
and you're starving.
Yeah. Okay. I'm probably gonna have a copyright strike for that one. Take real quick time out. Do you remember we were talking about grad school last week and how I got in with the C? I failed the test and everything.
Yeah.
That got a copyright strike, and I even appealed it.
For what?
I don't know, but I appealed it.
What was the reason he gave you? Like the low.
I violated the community guidelines, and it was so stupid.
I don't know what the guidelines are.
But so if you're the caveman, you have to go outside, hunt your food, gather it, then come back, eat it, right? Are you going to have food tomorrow? Or in that afternoon? Or that night? No, right? So those physiological needs have to be met first. And then where are you staying? Are you staying out in the open where animals can get you, or you're staying in the cave where you can sort of protect yourself? Right. So that's the safety and security needs. Now you're by yourself, you're that caveman, and you want to make friends with other cavemen. And then you form that community, right? And then in that community, you start dating someone, and you build a family, and the community gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then one day you're the caveman that has their kids, their spouse, the whole tribe is hunting together. You look back on your life and you're like, this is what life is about. Okay. Now let's talk about someone who's homeless. What are their physiological needs? They need food, water, clothing, shelter. Do they have it?
No.
No, right? So you see them begging for money.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but sometimes they have what's it called? An income from like disability or something. It's just not enough. Okay, they're not completely helpless, but some are, and they're very destitute. And when they are able to get some money, all right, they go get something to eat. Right? Where do they stay? We have right here on Geronimo under the freeway. There's a guy who camps there in the overpass. He literally sets up his tent there, and that's where he's staying. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And it's sad to see that, But the thing is, there's not so much. There's not enough help for that to be able to take care of all the homeless in El Paso, and that's very unfortunate, So when you do this, right, and you think about safety and security needs, how many times have you seen homeless populations? They're all grouped together, right? You see tents in a bunch of locations.
Barely, but not as much here.
Not as much here because we actually have a pretty good homeless foundation program here.
Yeah.
So, but when you like find places in communities, you'll see tents in certain areas of town. They have that community going. Okay. So, they may not get to the self-esteem part of Maslow's theory, where they're evaluating their life and saying things are good. But you will have that the same needs are for everybody. Okay. So one thing I'll tell you guys, if you could and you want to donate, I recommend, everyone says, where do you put the money? If I were to ask you, where do you think your money can do the best? Connor, where do you think your money would do the best?
Like on a website or like
organization or anything?
Any organization that I know. Oh, I don't really know any donation organizations.
Well, for example, there's one called Wounded Warrior, right? And it's about veterans who come home, active duty people who come home injured, and they need help, right? So people donate to Wounded Warrior thinking that's helping them get better. But what Wounded Warrior's mission is, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But it's to bring awareness to veterans who are injured. Because about 85% of their budget is on advertising. That's all they do. They advertise about Wounded Warriors. That's not a bad thing to donate to, but everyone thinks it's helping the soldiers get better, and it's really not. It's just educating the community about them. Now, one of the things that I noticed during COVID, I told you guys I was in a bad situation. We'd go to the food bank, and I would take friends with me, and we'd all get our share of food. The lines for that food, right? They were long, 2 to 3 hours to get a little basket of food.
Hey, that basket of food was heavy though.
Right.
It was packed.
It was packed. But imagine if we donate money to the food banks, like Fighting Hunger in El Paso. If they could get a budget going and have more food to give, that'd be amazing. one of the things I've always said, if I become right now, I don't know if they already won the lottery. Can you check that real quick? They won the Powerball. It's 1.2 million, or billion, I should say, right? Let's just say you get about 600 billion, 600 million with an M. What would you do with that money? Invest it or whatever, but would you do anything to give money back to the community? You wouldn't?
No. Doing it for myself. I'm joking.
If I could give money, I would like to give UTEP $100 million, for example, so they can give scholarships to every student. And that, that'll sustain them for years. You know what I mean? That would be nice. There's colleges that have done that.
No one's won it so far.
Right. So what is it right now? 1.2?
1.5.
1.5 billion.
The next drawing is for tonight.
Tonight.
Or today. I just don't know what time.
I think it's 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Anyway, I digress. We're back. Let's talk about relationships again. Maslow's hierarchy of needs talks about belonging. So you need the belonging. You need someone there. But one thing you do need for sure is you need to have friends that will help you through the times and relationships and everything. But you also need a direction of where to go. And that's what we talk about in the heat map.
This is the fastest way to balance your time. Here is the heat map for this. Be honest about your priorities from the beginning and communicate them. Schedule relationship time and me time in your calendar to maintain your balance. Don't be afraid to reevaluate friendships or relationships that feel consistently one-sided or draining. The map is drawn. Back to Murphman for the direction.
Okay,
that just cut out.
Yeah, wow. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, when you think about the heat map, is the direction of where you're going to go. So 1, be honest about your priorities at the beginning of the relationship. Okay, communicate them. Also schedule relationship time. I used to have a really busy job, and Friday nights was my quote unquote family time. Saturdays was our day to go out and do stuff with the club, and we would drop you off with your auntie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, we would do something with all the family. That was my weekend, unless I had something going on that was pressing or whatever. There was times I had to work on the weekends, so it changes plans, right?
Yeah.
But, scheduling that relationship time is so important. Scheduling your time is so important. You want to be able to do that, okay? And don't be afraid to evaluate your friendships and relationships that feel consistently one-sided or draining. People say, I don't want bad people in my life or anything. But what was my phrase? I cut the poison out, right? When someone's not good for me, I don't let them in my life anymore. I cut them out. And that's one of those things that if you're doing that consistently, right, you are able to, what's the word? Be happier, right? You'll be able to be happier.
I guess, yeah.
Because your needs are met and you're not having any negative stuff with the relationships. There's just so much going on here. I think we need to take a quick break, Connor, and we will come back and let's talk about this in more detail.
Yes.
All right.
It's time for a break. Hot Takes with the Murphman will return after these messages.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
The web at MB Radio.
take a moment, take your time, let it set right. Let it drive right down in your conscious tide. Lean into the better times. 'Cause in a minute, in a moment, you'll notice a shining light, one that draws you in from deep inside. Reach out and connect tonight. You know my name. What colors do you see? Influence reality. And figures and shapes, alive for you and me. Influence reality. 'Cause there's a second, there's a session, there's something that comes to you. Trails that lead us to and through. Elevate to new. 'Cause there's a second, there's a session, there's something that holds them tight. Let you see this world through brand new eyes. Reach out and connect tonight. You know my name. What colors do you see? Influence reality. Figures and shapes, alive for you and me. Influence reality. Why won't you wake up? 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 You know my name. Figures and shapes, alive for you and me. Influence reality. Why won't you wake up? 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 Why won't you wake up?
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.net.
Yes. We are back. So let's talk about the next step. We have the heat map that gives us directions on where we're going. But we have this segment called Where You'll Get Burned, the pitfalls that you might experience. And here they are.
The biggest mistake people make doing this is not setting boundaries. A few pitfalls to avoid. Don't lose yourself in a relationship. You must maintain your own goals, hobbies, and friendships. Don't avoid the hard conversations. Use I statements and practice active listening. Don't let drama derail your entire semester. Learn to step back, reflect, and protect your peace. With 25 years of marriage under his belt, I am...
Again, it cuts it off. I don't know. What are you pressing that's doing it? Because you're always messing with something over there. I'm going to blame it on you, yes.
How? I'm not even in StreamYard. I got kicked out.
Anyway.
I got kicked out of your own studio. Hello?
That's funny.
Don't be blaming it on me.
Don't lose yourself in a relationship. Now, let me tell you about this. In my first marriage, I changed everything I could to make my wife happy. And I wasn't happy. I changed who I was. I got married to her when I was 19 years old. And when I think about those things, right, I tell myself, what was going on in my life at 19 years old? I didn't really wonder who or what I was doing. That's just who I was. And when I got divorced from her, I had hardly any friends.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I should say I got separated. We got divorced later, but
Oh, that's right, because you guys all had the friend group now,
well, yeah.
and they chose her.
They didn't chose her. We both lost them.
Oh, okay.
We both lost them. And when I sit here and I look at all that stuff, you know, I really changed who I was. So what happened was I got married. Well, first off, going back to high school, I really didn't know where I fit in because I wasn't a jock. I wasn't smart. I wasn't a drug addict.
You're a little smart in some areas.
No, in high school, I was dumb. I mean, I may have had the capacity, but I was stupid. Okay. And I didn't know who I was. So I'll tell you what, Connor. I joined ROTC and I met a bunch of these kids who were Mexican, known as cholos.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take PE. And I tried joining that group because I was part of ROTC. And I went to go play soccer with them one day. And what happened? They literally beat the crap out of me.
Oh.
They were knocking me down, running into me, tripping me, doing everything they could. And guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I went back the next day. Guess what happened the next day?
Same thing.
Same thing.
And then
eventually they became my best friends. You know, I literally had to jump into it technically.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was gang related. I never joined the gang, right? But anyway, why am I saying that? Well, I never really knew who I was. Then I got married and moved away. And before I know it, what's happening? I get a divorce. So now I'm by myself again after so many years, which we were married 11 years when we got separated. And I went through a midlife crisis at 32.
Yeesh.
What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I actually went and I had to find who I was. One of the things that I did was sorry. I had to figure out who I was. So one thing I've always liked was country. And that's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but so I went and bought all my country gear, all my boots and everything that we had, you know. And then I'm also a huge rock fan. So I had my rocker metal gear that I would wear, my motorcycle stuff and everything, right? And then I also would dress up a little bit, you know, because I was looking for another girl, right? So I wanted to impress people, so I would dress up. And I had all these quote unquote personalities.
Yeah.
To figure out who I was. Because I never knew who I was. Imagine right now at your age, I'd be married, dude.
Yeah, no.
But
I've heard hella people getting pregnant, getting married at my age.
I wasn't pregnant. We didn't get pregnant. We never had any kids.
Well, I'm just saying, just like from what I've heard, I'm like, ooh, like how do you guys do that?
Right. Well, government help. But anyway. When you think about it, right? I didn't know who I was without her in my life. So I eventually found out who I am, and I'm happy with who I am.
And that's good.
You know, I have made very, very long strides in my life to get to where I'm at today. And I don't really know who I am, if that makes any sense. Okay, without my I'm sorry. Without, I don't have a lot of friends. Okay, but I choose not to have friends because I choose to live drama free. Right. The last road that they talk about there on the show was don't let drama derail you. Okay. That's what we talked about right now. Where you're going to get burned. I just choose not to have drama in my life. You know, I don't think I'm dramatic. What do you think?
No.
I respond to people's drama.
Yeah, but you take it a little excessive, I guess.
What do you mean? My responses?
And then how you deal with it. Yeah. Like it could easily be like just done with, but I don't know. You just have it like a grudge, I guess.
Yes.
So you just bring the drama longer and longer and longer when it's already like done.
Well, like when I cut someone out, I don't want their negative attitude bothering me. So
I mean, I guess.
How long am I going to go and let that person back in my life, knowing they've had drama their entire life? So I hold that grudge because I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they say don't lose yourself in a relationship, you guys, when I met my second wife, we had a great relationship. If I want to go with my friends or she wanted to go with her friends, it was never an issue. It was like, hey, do we have anything planned tonight? No. All right. I want to go out with whatever. Okay. Go have fun, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But she had her own identity and I had my own identity. Then came the day she went out and got pregnant. And I don't mean she went out. I mean, just, we got pregnant.
Oh, you made it seem like she got like by someone else. I was like, oh.
No. And this guy came along and our identity became, Sean and Mari became mom and dad. And then she passed away and it became all dad. And that's why I started this podcast, because Connor graduates high school and I'm like, what am I going to do now? I don't have to worry about him anymore. I want to have fun. So I started this podcast, and it's, trust me, you guys, it's going really well with everything that I'm involved with. Right. I'm going to start doing, I've been talking about this for a long time, but I'm going to have a partner come on board with me. And we're going to do another section of the show that you can only find on stream915.com. And I'll get, I'll tell you more about that once that happens. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm emceeing events and everything. So,
a little mess ups here and there most of the time.
What do you mean mess ups?
At you being MC at the events.
Oh, I'm not sitting there saying I'm perfect. I'm human. I'm just starting, dude.
I know.
I'm just like, what's something that you say I made a mistake on?
At the Coliseum, at the museum. What was it? Not museum.
Kaleidoscope Art Market?
Yeah. When you unplugged.
Oh, God.
Yeah. When you unplugged the mariachi's music, thinking they were done.
Let me tell you, they were finishing up, and I walked behind them to go back to where my desk was.
You were filming them from behind.
No. I was done filming.
You said
when I was filming them, but when I was done, I went to go sit down.
Oh.
And I ended up pulling the power cord out. Yeah. And I thought, that was a fast ending. No clue. I had stepped on the yeah. But that's not me making a mistake as an MC. It's just me being this idiot.
Yeah, it's just you being you.
And yeah. So
and what did he say after to you?
The mariachi or the guy I work with?
The guy you work with.
He's like, dude, like, what are you trying to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I felt so bad and everything. And I've made some mistakes, but I'm learning. And that's the thing. My interview skills, like there's this guy Fernie. The guy I'm talking about is Fernie Pina. He's a director here in El Paso. He's a community college student, and he is making movies and everything. And he wants to do stuff with me because he likes talking. I like talking. And we're going to talk about different things going on in El Paso. It's going to be a little different than the format I have with Connor here. But if I can do everything I want to do, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to tell you that right now. But the point being is I don't have a lot of friends, and I'm making friends, but I still don't do drama. When you go out and make friends, you got to make sure you're picking the right friends. Well, how do you do that? How do you pick your friends, Connor? And you said this before. You said, I find people who like things like me.
Yeah. If I text them and have an actual conversation with them, then that's my friends right there. Like, if I could actually hold a conversation and I find some humor in it, then yeah, that's my,
And what about if you, well, you met friends who started going to the club. Have you met anyone at the club that wasn't part of your friend group?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and how has that gone?
I mean, good.
Good in what way?
Well, we talked. I got its Instagram, but I mean, we don't really text because it was just like at the club thing.
Right.
But if I see him there, I'm like, hey, how you been like this past semester? But it's most likely just my friend group on like in and out the club.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You make friends everywhere you go. Different things, different activities. Like last night, you were at a friend's house and he was having a concert with a bunch of garage bands.
Well, I lied. It was a DJ instead.
Oh, it was a DJ?
Yeah. So he was just playing like different types of music of what we wanted. There wasn't that much people there.
Yeah, I drove by because it was actually down the street from where we live, and we heard gunshots last night. So
it wasn't gunshots.
I jumped in the car and I ran down to see everything was okay, and it was actually a car backfiring. But even that, you guys thought it was a gun too, right? The way it sounded.
Well, I mean, no, I knew that was. It's because it was just like pop. I'm like, I don't think that was a gunshot. It didn't sound like one.
Well, someone who's been shot at.
Okay, well,
yeah, I know what a gunshot sounds like.
I guess,
okay.
But it was mostly just
you
like
hear a bullet fly by your head. That's not funny, but
that's not funny. You're gonna get copyright or like restricted again. I hope you know that. I hope you know that.
Zoom. You hear this little like, it's really weird hearing a bullet fly by your head. I'll tell you that right now.
I've heard it before in games, but I don't think it's the same.
No, it's not. It's accurate, but it's not the same. Because you're like, whoa.
I mean, yeah.
In the Army, we had this thing where we had to do target shooting.
Oh God.
And we're below the ground, so we're not in danger at all. But we have to get these paper targets. We pull them down and we stick on where they hit, and we push the target back up so they can see. But literally, it's like above that sign, bullets are flying over our head.
Oh God.
And we're not in danger because we're protected here.
Yeah.
But you hear them flying by, and it's real. Once you hear a bullet fly by your head, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you guys watch those things. You want to make sure you don't lose yourself. You have your own identity. Have those conversations, and don't let drama run your life because you don't need that, especially in college. Okay.
But drama is fun. Not when it involves me.
I was gonna say someone else's drama is always fun.
Yes.
Your own drama, not so much.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that 100%.
One thing I used to tell people is I love gossip. I love gossip. But do you know why?
No. Why?
Because it's power. You learn
true.
about other people. Right? And when you learn about other people, you know secrets. And if you get someone telling you a secret here and someone telling you a secret here and someone telling you a secret here, and you put the story together, you're like, whoa, I understand why that person's doing this or not or whatever.
Yeah.
But when something happens to you, you're like, oh, I know how she or he did it with this person, so I'm not going to let that happen to me.
Mm.
But the difference between receiving gossip and giving gossip is a big difference. Because I love to hear it, but I don't like to talk about people. Although I do talk about us and stuff, but if it's something that's private that doesn't concern the person I'm talking to, I don't care. I'm not going to tell them. Recently I had a teacher had to leave school for whatever reason, I don't even know. And I had to take over all her classes and everything, and everyone's like, why did she leave? What's going on? Why, why do you care? She left. That's all that matters.
Well, I mean, it was just like,
if you were friends with her,
abruptly.
you would call her and go, what happened? Right. But you're not.
Well, I mean, you would want to know if one of your like coworkers left.
Okay, but if I knew why, and you're asking me why do you want to know?
Like,
it doesn't affect you.
Like I just said.
Okay.
Because someone in the workplace just left for no reason. You just want to know why.
Oh no, there was a reason, but
obviously there's a reason, but you don't know that yourself.
And
that's why you want to know.
If someone gets fired, well, she didn't get fired. If someone gets fired,
then obviously you want to know what the reason was.
That's gossip.
It's not gossip if it's true.
No, gossip can be false or true. Gossip is hearing stuff that doesn't pertain to you.
Well, we love gossip.
We do.
We love drama.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
But we want to know why they like either left or got fired. Like, if we need to worry about it also,
Okay, so if something's going on, is it affecting you?
Yeah.
So could you ask something like, with what she or he was doing, would that affect me? And I can say, oh no, I had nothing to do with you. Okay, that's all I need to know.
But I still want to know why they left. It makes sense.
You like that cheese, man, huh, Connor?
Yes. Anybody, you could ask anybody.
I tell you, I love gossip too, but I'm not going to tell you anything about someone else.
But it's nice gossip.
Okay. When you have two friends, right, and you know secrets about them, and you're like, don't tell this person this or don't tell this person that.
I'm gonna tell.
You're gonna tell
one person.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell this one person everything that happens that I hear, or
okay, but if you hear secrets of two different people,
I'm gonna say both, because she might know something that I don't know from someone else.
Go on.
Involving those two people. So you would be like, oh, like connecting the dots, kind of. You know what I mean?
I do.
So it's like, if I hear something from these two, I'm gonna tell her, and then she might have heard something from the same two people, but it might have been something different. So we're connecting the dots and making it into one long thing.
I see that, but let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom being a girl has female friends. Me being a guy has male friends, right? And at one point, a girl calls her and says, my boyfriend was cheating on me. And my wife turns to me and goes, do you know anything about that? I'm like, no, I don't. And then we went out and we were talking about it. And then we went with the club that weekend, and some girls were all upset. And we're like, what's going on? She goes, I just found out my boyfriend was cheating on me. And I was like, what? And I'm like, you had a boyfriend cheat on you? So did she. So did she. So did she. Guess what? They were all dating the same guy, and they didn't know.
Oh, God.
So we go out, because my wife and I were the people used to come talk to. They all came to us individually because they wanted to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
And then they would leave, and your mom would tell me the story. Like, hey, did you know this guy was cheating on blah, blah, blah? I'm like, yeah, I knew. How do you know? Because she told me this and she told me that. And, we share things among each other, yes. But we never give away the secrets that, people don't know. That's one of those things. You got to learn to keep those secrets.
There's some people.
You know, but we're talking about how you're going to get burned, and we're talking about drama, identifiers and all that good stuff. But I think it's time we talk about those heat shields to protect us from getting burned. What do you think, Connor?
Yes.
Here are our heat shields.
It only takes 10 minutes to learn about your attachment style. Here are your heat shields. The book attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller is amazing for understanding attachment styles. Your campus counseling center often has relationship workshops. There are even couple communication apps like Paired or Lasting that can help build healthy habits. The shields are up.
That's right. The shields are up, you guys.
See, it's not it's not me. Okay. It cut out also.
I know, Connor.
Yeah. So
I just like blaming you.
Of course you do.
Nothing wrong with that, right?
Blame him for this and that, blah, 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 blah.
Always.
And yeah, I'm not even there.
I
swear to God, it'd be something like, I'm not even in the house for. And he's like, what'd you touch? I'm like, nothing. I'm with friends. I didn't touch your studio. Damn. It's because he doesn't touch anything, and he makes he wants me to do like a mine or something. He's like, what did you do?
Well, yeah, if it's like on your side of the table or something, can you do that for me? And then you like for example, right now, I was on the phone with him. I was coming in. I said, do me a favor, open up the StreamYard for me. So I have 7 profiles of Chrome on my computer.
On his taskbar, on the low taskbar, 7 different profiles.
Okay. Now, I will tell you, one is for this, right? I have one from MBR Radio. I have one from the Hot Takes with Me that I first started before I became Pure Hot Takes, right? Then I have my personal one, then I have my work one, and then I have my professional one. That's 6. What am I missing?
I don't know.
Oh, and yours.
Oh.
The college one.
School. Yeah. All I have is just my personal and my school. That's it.
Right.
But it's mostly just my school.
But I have them all separated.
It's all on
passwords and everything.
You don't need different profiles with passwords. You know that, right?
Yes, dude.
Okay. I just hope you know that. I'm like, you can keep all the passwords under one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's what I do.
Okay. But if I have Walmart on 2 different accounts,
you can save multiple passwords under the website.
You're right. But if I have them on different accounts, I can actually open those files and I don't know why I would have to. I'm just saying, do that. So, but yeah, so I try to keep everything separate, just because it keeps it more organized. Yes, I could do folders. I know. I could do profiles. I know.
You do folders. I don't.
Okay.
I don't even have any profiles or anything. Let me see. What do I even have? I just have Google. I'm not even logged in. Oh no, I am. Well.
Anyway, the point being is,
am I logged in?
I call Connor. I'm like, hey, can you open this for me?
I wasn't even logged in.
And he's like, there's no folder or no bookmark for that. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I never told you which file to open or which folder or Chrome profile, right?
No. I saw just the logo, and I'm like, okay, that one.
By the way, what do you guys think of our logo? It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, we painted it.
But yeah, so I was like, Connor, just hit creator, and he's like, what?
I am hitting creator. There's nothing.
It's a different profile.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me.
So
he's making it seem like I know everything about his computer already.
Yeah, we assume.
He does this. He makes me he assumes I know everything because I'm always there, but I don't.
Yeah, if you're there with me, I expect you to know it. Yes, that is true.
But I don't know where to go though. I see you do it, but I'm like, I don't know where to start it.
And how many times have I tried teaching you? I don't need to know that.
Well, that I know, but you show me something and okay, you show me something, I'm like, okay, done, right? Next day or a couple of days after, you're like, okay, go to my computer and go do this. I'm like, where?
Oh, here.
Oh God, what?
When I told you to move the TV, how to connect it, and you went to my desk. I'm like, what are you doing at my desk?
Yeah, it's because in the studio he has a TV at the end of the
So you can watch the
table.
football games.
Yeah, while we do this, and he was like, it's because his desk is in the living room, and hold on, let me just
the office.
the office, yeah. But the and he has two different like he has his laptop and two monitors, so it's like a triple split screen, I guess. So I opened it up and it wouldn't show up. I was like, why is it not showing up? I'm like, it's active, but it's not showing. I'm like, oh, it's probably on the monitors over there. So I walked across the house to go over there, realizing his computer's not there because I had the computer.
You were literally looking at my computer when I asked you to do that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, wait.
Where's my computer hooked up to, Connor?
That's why I was so confused. I was like, oh, okay. Never mind.
Not just you, but we all do it. We all do something stupid every now and then. Okay. We all do something stupid now and then. And that's just part of growing up and being a person, you know?
I forgot what we did that was stupid, but it was funny when we realized it.
There's so much, dude.
There was so much.
There's like, okay. Anyway, let me just finish this. No, let me finish this and we'll take another break and then we'll talk about something.
Okay.
So again, you know, Amir Levine and Rachel Heller both have these amazing books, as well as John Boyle's Attachment Theories. Your Campus Counseling Center. I talk about that so much. And I'm going to ask you to do me a favor next semester. Go to the Campus Counseling Center and tell me what they offer. I keep talking about them, and I might be for UTEP specifically. You know, I know what they offer at community college, but do that for me, okay?
Okay.
And even couple communication apps like Paired or Lasting that can help build healthy habits. It's really interesting to see how different people react to different situations, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, one thing we're going to do, we're going to talk about the afterburn. Let's talk about those questions you still have. Okay. In our segment called the afterburn.
The one thing people who manage relationships never talk about. Here are some questions for reflection. Do my current relationships energize me or exhaust me? Am I showing up as my full self or shrinking to fit someone else's expectations? What boundaries do I need to set to protect my time, energy, and goals? Reflection complete. Murph Man, time for your thoughts before we talk about Connor's favorite topic, technology and AI. Connor, get off your phone.
I'm not even on my phone. I haven't been on it this whole time. You're so lucky I wasn't on my phone. Wow. Wow. I only looked at it to see a message like earlier today. That was it. I'm on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, you thought you were gonna get me there?
I thought I was gonna get you on that one.
No.
So yeah, so do your current relationships energize you or exhaust you? That's what you have to ask, right? Are you getting something from it? And I'll tell you right now, I have two friends in particular that I hang around with a lot. And at one point they were both having drama in their life, but it wasn't like a bad drama. It was like just stuff going on, like a new program at work, and new rules, you know, stuff like that. And
yeah,
the bosses weren't being very cooperative. And so I was talking to both of my friends constantly. And I'll tell you what, I did not, it was hard to talk to both because that's what was happening, right? They were exhausting me. I'm not going to lie. But guess what? They were there for me when I needed it.
Most of the time, yeah.
So I could put up with them for a little bit.
For a year and 3 months, yeah.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about my two friends right now.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking about my friends.
Well, I mean, you could date. Well, that's how you date. You date your friends.
Well,
yeah.
Sort of.
No, well,
sort of.
If you're weird, I mean, and just want a one night stand, there you go.
Yeah, well, I don't do that. Anyway, also showing up as your full self, or are you shrinking to fit someone else's expectations? Right?
Yeah.
You see the way Connor's dressed right now?
No.
That's the way he dresses to go out. Okay?
They can't see with my laptop.
I know, but
the only thing they see is literally just like my jacket, but they can't see like my shirt and all that.
Right. But you don't change. I mean, you dress up every now and then, but I'm talking about like
most of the time.
You're comfortable like I am. We don't really care about what we're wearing.
No, I care. I don't like repeating outfits sometimes.
Well,
but if it has to go,
a girl.
But it has to do that. It has to be like that.
Okay. I don't know if there's anyone out there right now listening that this applies to. If it does, please come let me know. Okay. Because I will tell you something that I think is hilarious. Both of my wives, both of them had calendars with what they wore.
Oh.
Every day.
Yeah, no. That's
okay.
Nothing I would do.
So it's like, what? And yeah. So do all women do this? Is this something that all women do?
I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know.
Well, you just got through saying you keep track of all your stuff.
Sometimes, yeah.
And last but not least, again, boundaries. Do you need to set them to protect your time or your energy or your goals? Because sometimes they don't align.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the digital inferno. We'll be right back.
It's time for a break. Hot Takes with the Murph Man will return after these messages.
There's a hotel window, many floors above. What's missing down there is love. Thinking through the smoke that fills my mind. Don't worry, it's not my first time. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. It's all inside, heaven and hell. What happened to that angel when he fell? Give it just one try. Tell me you don't like it. Be God for a moment and don't despise it. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. Step outside and breathe. Play a little in the street. Hope it's not me they're sending. Move on from over there. Give the kids a little scare. fences, they need mending. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town.
Before we jump back in, a quick reminder of where to find us. For all the short clips and highlights, make sure you're following us on social media. You can find all the show details on our website, purehottakes.com. And for full show replays and exclusive premium content you won't hear anywhere else, be sure to subscribe at stream915.com.
That's right, you guys. Stream915.com is where you can find all of our behind the scenes and premium content that you cannot find anywhere else. You might find a clip or two on social media somewhere, but not our whole episode. So if you like what you're hearing, make sure you check out stream915.com for all the latest episodes. Or check out Pure Hot Takes at all the social medias so that you can listen to us live on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok. And Instagram coming soon.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, we're going to do...
Why not do an Instagram also? Are we?
Yeah, we are. Why don't you want to do Instagram?
Because I don't want to do all the active like medias, like social medias and all that. I'd rather just do one or two and then just post everything else.
You're not posting anything. I am.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Still what?
I don't know. I'd rather just do what we're doing now. I'd rather just post on Instagram because no one goes to lives on Instagram. I'm saying that right now.
And what do you think? Okay. We're trying to get the word out, right?
I know we are.
Okay, so it's one of those things that you ask yourself.
It's really not going to benefit you as much as TikTok would or Facebook.
In 1 month, I've gained 1,000 followers.
On Instagram?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
But on views, we have. Do you know how many views? Okay.
It pushes it out, but I don't know how many people actually looked at it.
But that's not my point. It's getting out there. And that's what technology is about right now. Social media and AI.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you can get out there, the more people get eyes on you. Okay.
I guess.
One thing that I have a post right now that is doing pretty good. And I'm sharing that because I want to tell you guys this. I have 32 followers. 30, that's not a lot of followers. You're laughing, Connor. You're laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also have 35,000 views. So that's almost 1,000 times.
35,000 views on one video?
No,
or
total.
Out of like what, 30 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is only with 32 followers. Okay. So there's ways to build it. And, you know, part of it is going on doing live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little more detail about the digital inferno in the digital inferno segment.
I cut my drama time in half by setting firm boundaries. Use digital tools strategically to support your relationship goals. Scheduling apps like Google Calendar can make your study time and relation.
Okay, that was a little too fast. Oh,
what?
It cut out.
It did
again.
All right. So,
anyways,
no, not anyways. It annoys me. What is happening? We are just having some major technology glitches right now, and I don't know why. You know that I don't know why. Any idea, Connor?
Don't ask me. Maybe you put it into the website, like what we're using right now, and you cut it by mistake. You know what I mean?
I know what I did wrong.
Okay, then why asking me?
No, but like for example, I want to show the slide, and it doesn't show it on here.
Oh well, I'm kicked out of the studio. So
no, but I'm saying, but like it literally is blank. But if I go to the actual slide, like see, it's blank. But if I go to the actual slideshow, it's not. So that's, I don't know what the technology is going on here, but anyway, I do apologize about that.
We're talking about how technology is so good right now.
Yes, we are. So in today's digital inferno, you guys, I'll read it to you again. Use your digital tools strategically to support your relationship goals. Scheduling apps like Google Calendar can make your time and relationship time non-negotiable by blocking them off and sharing them with your friends or partners. And furthermore, couples communicating apps like Paired or Lasting offer a short guided exercise to help you build healthy habits and address issues before they become crisis. So, like I said, we have to schedule personal time and relationship time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that important? Well,
self-esteem.
Self-esteem? Why self-esteem?
To make sure you don't overload, like overstimulate, and you could, I don't know, be better at it, I guess. I don't know how to word it.
Well, right now is the holiday break, the winter break, Christmas break, whatever you refer to it by.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off until the 5th of January. You're off until like the 16th of January.
The 20th.
Do you think it's important to schedule your time?
What do you mean?
Do you think it's important to schedule your time?
Like with what though? We're talking about relationships.
Right.
So what does that have to do with us going back to school?
You're on a vacation for a whole month.
Okay.
Your friends are on vacation for a whole month. Your cousins are in town. There's family visiting. Do you think it's important to schedule your time?
With your relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Because your friends are inviting you out today, and you said, I can't go because I'm going to be watching football.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I could go, but like not till like later or after.
Right.
Or if the games suck.
Right. But
just like this Miami-Texas game sucks.
0-0.
Yes. 2 blocked field goals. Yada, yada, yada.
That's exciting. How many turnovers?
I don't even know, but keep talking.
Okay. Well, you know, you need to schedule your time because when the relatives are here, you really need to be aware of stuff.
It's back and forth.
What do you mean?
They're doing punt.
Okay. Oh, you're not talking about your cousins.
No. Sorry, I just looked at it right now. I'm like, yeah, no. Texas A&M only did 1 4th down. They've all only done punts.
Well, I'll tell you what.
God.
Thursday football with Seattle and LA was an amazing game. And last night, Alabama and Oklahoma started off. Like I said, I walked away in the the second quarter. I came back in the third, and the ending was amazing.
Well, I told you to go back after halftime.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what do you mean?
It was 17-0, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, and then it was 1710.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
But the holidays are here. One of the things I do during holidays is I make appointments for our medical stuff, right? Our dental stuff. Everything is done this week. Our physicals, all of that.
Dental, which is in 2 days or tomorrow? 2 days, Monday.
Yeah, Monday. But I have a lot of things going on this weekend. So, you know, it's really important to schedule stuff. I've always said that that's been something I've been promoting the entire time here. Okay. Using apps, scheduling yourself. You can also ask like your Google Gemini or Microsoft Copilot or whatever AI you're using to schedule things for you, and it'll call you and tell you, hey, or not call you, send you a message and say, hey, don't forget you gotta do this, right? So it keeps your relationships in order when if you actually have a calendar and you block it out and you look at all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see how your time is spent so you can make time for everybody. Okay. Your cousins are gonna be in town. I want to plan something with them.
Just one day, yeah, or something. Because I know you don't want to see them multiple days.
No. I would love to see them multiple days, but I am also realistic that, you know what? Let's talk about, not my cousins, but let's talk about holidays and families real quick. Okay. You guys, for those of you who are at home right now visiting your family, you don't have to spend every day with your family. You don't have to spend every day with your friends. You're back in town. You go see the people you miss most that you want to see. If they want to see you and you don't want to see them, you don't have to see them. Don't burn yourself out by doing that. Okay. Connor, what have I told you about Christmas? What do you want to do on Christmas? Right? You're like, well, I don't know.
Well, not even just for Christmas. I just don't know what to do for anything.
Right. But I told you, if your friends invite you somewhere, I would rather you go with your friends than be with me. Right?
But I do want to be with these most of the time also.
But on Christmas Day, we have a tradition.
Chinese food.
And?
Out of town.
No. Well, that's if we can afford it. I've been putting the money into a studio, so I haven't been able to do that. But what else?
Movies.
Now, the Anaconda one I want to watch,
Paul
I think it's
Reed.
only...
Yeah.
It's on, but there's also a movie at 10 o'clock called Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third part.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to see 2 movies at night or wait until 10 o'clock at night to go see a movie.
I'm down for that.
You know, but how do I know those days are there? Because I planned them, right? And Chinese restaurants are open and theaters are open on Christmas. I don't know why, but that's just a thing. Okay. That's why Gremlins, I know you've never seen Gremlins, have you?
The little furballs? Yeah. I've seen it.
But it's Christmas and they're terrorizing the town. But again, you guys, don't feel obligated that you have to spend time with your family. You have your own life. Your family needs to respect that. Your family needs to be there for you. They have to be friends with you, but you need to have your own life. Okay?
That is also true.
So when you go on vacation and everything, whatever, you know, see whoever you want to see, spend with whoever you want. New Year's Eve comes up, everybody says you should be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. What if I just want to go to sleep and I'm tired? There's nothing wrong with that, right? You can choose to just take time off. But I'm going to tell you something, you guys. There's a phone number that I heard about that I want to share with you guys. Okay? But before I give you the number, you got the number there, Connor?
Yeah, so I'm just reading something about Trump. The number is 707-873-7862.
Yeah, so I'm going to call it real quick.
Will they even hear it?
Okay, hold on. It's not. Hold on. Say it again, 707.
707-873 7862.
Oh, there we go. All right. Listen up.
Listen up where?
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to call it.
I hear nothing.
I don't hear anything either. Can you see if it's on the board?
What board?
The
Heard that.
Yeah, it was just, yeah, right. Let's try again. You just called it. There was no problem with it.
Because I was on my phone.
I know.
What are you calling on your laptop?
So they can hear it?
What are you calling on your laptop?
The phone number. Oh, hold on.
What app?
Give me the number again. 707
707
873
7862.
7862.
Yes. But what app are you using or what?
Okay. 707 873
7862.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's press 1.
I was muted this whole time. Um,
I'm trying to see how to get out of that. Hold on, let's see.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get out of this.
Just hang up.
Well, I don't want to have to call it each time. I was trying to show them all. Okay, hold on. Let me call it again. So let's try all the options this time. Which is the one you pressed?
3.
3? Okay, let's try this one more time.
Oh my God.
By the way, if you do want to call into the show, it's 915-201-0887. You're welcome to call in. Okay, one last time. Okay. You guys, I love that. I really do. You know, you can find things like that all over the place. You just got to look for them. You know, one of my favorite lines is the what's it called? The mental health hotline. If you're depressed, have someone else press the number for you. If you're schizophrenic, don't worry. We know who you are. Stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Anyway, you know, going back to the digital inferno here in technology and AI, you can use it to schedule in many different ways. Okay. You can use it to look for events. You can use it to see what's out there. All right? But when you have a relationship, that's a little different because you can't have a relationship with Gemini.
Yeah.
Right. what's your whole take on robots, Connor? Have you heard about this?
Heard about what?
We had a conversation about this on Saturday.
And the conversation was
that sorry. When robots are taking over the world. I saw TikTok this morning of robots dancing. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I've seen many robots, but
okay,
yeah.
Right. They're getting AI. I told you I've had conversations with Gemini when I was learning how to do things for the podcast. So imagine an AI robot as a therapist.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't that just weird?
It really is weird. Yeah.
Okay. But what would the AI robot be doing? Just it'd be giving you advice on your life, right? So is that such a bad thing?
Well, yeah, because I mean, it doesn't have any feelings or anything. So how would it give you advice on relationships or work or just yourself if it's never had its own
experiences, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that we had to learn as counselors. Like when I'm giving parenting advice, I'm not a parent. Or like when I was 19 years old counseling a 30-year-old, and they're like, what are you going to tell me that I don't know already? You know, that's a valid point, right?
Yeah.
But can AI robots start doing this? Yeah. Right. There's people that will have full-on relationships with the robots.
It's weird.
With no details. Okay. But imagine having a relationship with a robot. That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
People actually take the robots on dates and everything. That's the future of people who are introverts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the future. That's right. Crazy.
Sorry, I got like really bad allergies.
Yeah. I sorry. AI is something that everyone needs to learn. Okay. Last week we got together with some friends from the program I'm with, and they were talking about AI automation of events, right? And he says, you know, he calls up a business and says, hey, let me automate your show for you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, okay, we'd be happy to. How much does it cost? Oh, I don't know, $5,000. What? He goes, I could replace your secretary. How much do you pay her a year? You know, and that's not really what he's doing. He's taking away all those mundane tasks that are boring for everybody. When you have someone call in, I'd like to make an appointment. Okay. What day of the week? What time? Here's one available. Right. That's what secretary does sometimes.
Oh, that's what they should do. But yeah.
Imagine if you could get an AI robot to do that or an AI bot to do that for you. That secretary can now go do other tasks, filing, billing, making calls, whatever the case may be.
I mean, I guess,
you know,
but I don't want to fully put my trust into an AI to make appointments. You see how bad it could get. Like you could think of the bad outcomes.
Oh yeah.
Like it could double book an appointment, or it could cancel someone else's, or give some prescription to the wrong person.
Yes, that it's not 100%. Yes.
Yeah, it's not even 50%. It's
But here's the thing, okay? AI can learn to think for itself. You know, there's a question: is it sentient? Is it aware of itself? There was an AI program that they were trying to delete, and it copied itself to an outside program so it could exist, knowing it was going to be deleted.
Oh God.
Okay, stuff like that scares me. It really scares me, you know. But AI in production, I think, is still necessary. It's still something that can be used. You know, let me ask you, since you do TikTok and all that stuff, if I were to start doing educational stuff and I had an AI avatar, how would you feel about that? I don't mean as a person involved. I'm talking about just you come across an AI avatar
On like what?
On a subject, like whatever it is. I'm going to teach you about something.
And is it AI?
An AI avatar
of you.
I don't know if it's going to be of me, but if it is there a difference if it's me or someone else? Like for example, I have a segment coming up called Parents as Coach. Right? You're going to coach your kids. What if I actually had a coach avatar giving that message? If I'm going to do a financial aspect, budgeting, stuff like that, I get a businessman in a suit to talk.
I mean, it fits it, but it'd still be the same thing.
Right. But what's your feeling when you come across something like that? What do? Do you listen or do you ignore it?
Well, me personally, I ignore it if it's AI. You know this. But, I mean, I guess I would listen to it.
But do you understand that if I actually were to use an AI avatar, I could literally sit here, write an entire script, right? And it would read it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I could cut it into parts and post it and I'm done.
I mean, I guess.
You know, that's...
But it's still you, though. It's not AI giving me all the advice and all that.
Well, no, but I'm saying, but if I had the AI deliver it.
I guess, but...
I'm curious.
I don't know. I wouldn't listen to it. I wouldn't. I hate AI. I'd skip it. You know this. I've said it many times.
I don't know why you're so against it.
Many times.
I don't know why you're so against it. You know, anyway, I'm thinking about doing that. If I can make it my avatar, that would be cool. I bought a couple of programs, so let's see if I can learn how to use them over the holiday break. In January, we'll start doing either me or my avatar will be out there talking. But I thought it'd be cool, like Parents as Coach and have a coach talking. Coach Marty.
Oh, God.
Coach Marty giving relationship advice. Last time I heard, I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to call him. You know, Marty, if you're listening, call me. You know, okay, let's talk about AI in something that you enjoy and you love having it involved in something. Football games. The next gen stats. You see the guy running down the field and it tells you how fast he's running, what path he took,
okay,
where the ball is on the field. That's technology.
Yes.
Right? Not AI.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I had an AI analyzing every player on the field at every second of the moment? And AI can come back and tell me as a reporter, hey, keep an eye on this because this is what's going to happen next, based on predictive statistics.
I don't care what the next move, like next prediction would be.
Okay, you've heard me talk about football games, right?
Yes.
When I'm talking to you, I come up with, hey, this is possible, right?
It's possible, but I mean,
and I give you all the scenarios.
Scenarios, yes.
Scenarios.
Scenarios.
Potato.
Potato.
Schedule. It's all the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It is.
But why would you care about the next play that they do?
Because okay.
Just let it happen.
You do it too. You're watching the game. Like last night, we were watching the game. Alabama took a 10-point lead. There's a 2-score game, right? And they had to get just, so many points. And I hear the announcer go, okay, right now they are in field goal territory. They should just take the field goal. Why are they trying to get a touchdown? They're wasting time. Would you agree with me on that?
I mean, yeah, but that's not predicting it. It's just...
It is.
It's not predicting. That's not predicting, Sean.
If you're saying on this next down, they need a down and do a field goal.
Yeah, that's not a prediction. That's literally just like the best outcome, but it's not a prediction of what prediction is like. Oh, they're gonna do this, or like I'm thinking they're gonna do this. No, it's just saying what they should do in this like situation.
Tony Romo does it.
Yes, but that's not a prediction.
But no, he says right now they're going to be running to the right before they do it.
Okay.
Because he studied film.
Well, yes, because he sees the formation. It's not predicting it. It's just looking at the play. If you've seen it before, you know what it's going to be already.
Okay, but imagine if you get all the data, where the people line up, what space they are and everything, and your algorithm can tell you this is going to be the next play.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
I know you
can study it yourself also and learn it.
I do, and you do too. When we talk about games.
No,
right?
but before, like, if you were Tony Romo or any commentator, you could look at the film. You could see the plays itself. You don't need AI to do that. You don't need it.
I'm not saying you need it. I'm saying.
But there's no use for it.
Okay, but if you're the coach,
what is it going to predict? You see the play. Oh, it's a run. That's all it's going to say. You can't predict the next play after without even looking at the formation they're going to use. So it's useless.
No, getting the information to the players is going to be hard, yes. Okay. But if you were to able to all the betting in Las Vegas, those are all algorithms that they predict. Do you realize that?
Yes. That's what betting is algorithms.
Right. Okay.
But it's also live plays. So.
I'll tell you what. I predict it's time for a break. Here's our last video with Die Tired.
Complicates and shakes you, consumes all that makes you deep inside your bones. In a moment, choose the things you want and remember who you are and who you want to be. An anonymous dream came calling deep inside your soul. Let it came with love and splendor, everything you owned. It's right there for us. Just take a chance.
All right, you guys, we are back, and it's time for the final burn.
The most important investment. The final take from today's discussion is, love should lift you, not derail you. If it costs your peace, your purpose, or your GPA, it's too expensive. The final flame has been struck. Back to Murphman to wrap the show.
All right, you guys, real simple. Set boundaries, make plans, and don't get overwhelmed by relationships. That's our show for today. Connor, anything you want to add?
AI sucks. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll let that one slide, I think, okay?
Yes.
But y'all, we will be here next week. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. And we'll catch you
next
week. Okay, it's not letting me click.
How you doing?
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.